Wickedness never was happiness. When we're going against God's will, we will be in the bonds of iniquity because we'll be in a carnal state. To be carnally minded is death, to be spiritually minded is life eternal. Alma is teaching his son Corianton of the importance of his choices and that the restoration of our spirits and our bodies, the resurrection won't be taking you from an unnatural state to a natural state. You will be restored back to your original state. In verse 13, it talks about evil for evil, carnal for carnal, devilish for devilish, good for good, righteous for righteous, merciful for that which is merciful. Why is this important? In the scriptures, it warns against the rhetoric of eat, drink, and be merry, for tomorrow we die. For if God finds us guilty in the last day, he will beat us with a few stripes. But nevertheless, no worries, for tomorrow we die. So why does it warn against this behavior? Because Satan will always minimize sin. You hear people say, oh, it's not that big of a deal, and I can dig a pit for my neighbor, and I can lie a little, cheat a little, and it won't matter, for tomorrow we die. Minimizing sin is listening to the adversary, and you're listening to the wrong voices. God will never justify sin, but God is also the most merciful. This is one of the reasons why God also asks us to forgive all men, because we will be judged on how we judge others. So if we're not merciful, if we're not forgiving, how can God be forgiving of us? We will be judged on our works here in this life. So our choices really do matter. It's not magic, it's not manifestation. It is our choices and our works. Everything we do plants a seed. Our thoughts are a seed. Our words are a seed. Our obedience is a seed. Our service is a seed. Everything we do adds up, and it will either bring forth bitter fruit or good fruit. All the bad things we do are also a seed. Talking bad about people, gossip, being dishonest, all of those things will add up and produce evil fruit. And the good we do will produce good fruit. That's why in the scriptures it says, by their fruits ye shall know them. If someone's giving off good fruit, they're planting good seeds. If somebody's giving off bad fruit, they've been planting bad seeds. And this is why we need to be careful with who we surround ourselves with too, because we'll become what we're around. Our words, our thoughts, everything we do is super powerful. God created the earth with words. The elements obey his will. The song says, the winds and the waves shall obey thy will. And it talked about him creating the earth. The elements were obedient to him. So yes, we aren't God, but we are created in his image. And so we do not create our reality, but we shape our reality with our thoughts, actions, words, deeds. And we will be judged on our works because God knows that that's what we can control. It is requisite that God maintains his word, so he will be 100% just. All glory be to God. He is the one who is our creator of our reality, and submitting to his will only bring forth good fruit. The restoration will not be random, and it will be just, for we reap what we sow.